Have you ever made something you're really, truly proud of? Like a beautiful artist palette, and had a friend say, "Wow, you should totally sell these." It's such a great feeling, right? But it also opens up this huge question. How do you actually turn that creative passion into a real-life business? Well, let's dive in and map it all out.
And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's a frustration so many talented makers feel. You've poured hours into perfecting your craft, but bridging that huge gap between creating something amazing and then actually selling it online, well, that can feel like a totally different and honestly pretty overwhelming skill set.
But hey, don't worry, we are going to break it all down. In this explainer, we're going to walk through a simple, 6-part roadmap that'll take you all the way from maker to seller. We'll cover everything from the big ideas to the small, practical details.
Okay, first things first. There is real demand for what you do. Seriously. Artists are always on the hunt for high-quality, well-designed tools that just make their creative process better. You might think it's a crowded market, but it's really not. It's a space where thoughtful, well-made products can truly shine.
Now, this is a really crucial shift in perspective. The most successful sellers out there, they don't just sell an object. They sell what that object makes possible. You're not just selling a piece of wood or a bit of ceramic. You're selling a cleaner, more joyful, more efficient painting experience.
So, understanding the problems you're actually solving is key. Artists will happily pay a premium for a palette that stops their colors from turning to mud, or one that doesn't make their hand cramp up after an hour. And never, ever underestimate the simple joy of using a beautiful tool. That feeling is a powerful motivator.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Knowing the value of your product is one thing, but how do you actually get that across to a potential customer who's just scrolling online? This question right here is our pivot point. We're moving from the why artists buy to the practical how you sell. All right, let's get into the practical stuff. This is where we get down to the nitty-gritty, deciding what you should actually sell, and, just as importantly, how to price it so your business can be sustainable for the long haul. You know, when you're just starting out, focus is your best friend. Instead of trying to make a million different things, pick a few products that are super easy to explain, photograph, and ship. Things like travel palettes with lids or classic thumbhole designs are fantastic starting points because an artist immediately sees the benefit.
I know, pricing can feel really awkward, but using a formula takes the emotion out of it. This 6-step method makes sure you cover all your costs. You add up your materials and packaging, you pay yourself a fair hourly wage for your time, you factor in all those little overheads and fees, and then, and this is critical, you add your profit. And listen, profit isn't a greedy extra, it's the fuel that allows your business to survive and grow.
This is such a smart sales strategy. A price ladder gives your customers options. You have an entry-level item that's an easy yes for a first-time buyer. You've got your signature bestseller in the middle, and then you have that premium, aspirational piece that's perfect for a special gift.
Okay, so you've got your product and you've got your price. Now you need a place to sell it all. Your online shop is your digital storefront, and making it look professional and trustworthy is absolutely non-negotiable if you want artists to feel confident buying from you. But let's be real for a second. This is the part where so many amazing makers get completely stuck. You're a creator, not a web developer, right? The very thought of wrestling with code and plugins and payment gateways, it could be enough to make you want to give up before you even start.
But what if it didn't have to be a nightmare? What if there were services that could build a professional, fully functioning online shop for you, making a high-quality online presence accessible to basically everyone?
And not only that, but what if you could have that beautiful shop up and running in just a matter of days? Instead of spending weeks drowning in tech stress, you could be focused on what you do best, making and selling.
And that's where services like Make Local for Global come in. They are a perfect example of a done-for-you solution. They're specifically designed for makers who just want to get online quickly and professionally without having to become tech experts themselves.
So your shop is live. Awesome. Now, how do you get people to actually visit it? Well, the good news is that marketing for makers isn't about spending a ton of money on ads or shouting into the void. It's about authentically showing your work and connecting with the right people. Here is a dead simple 5-step plan to get that ball rolling. First, focus on one hero product. Second, show it being used. Demos are so powerful. Third, talk about it as a great gift idea. Fourth, actively ask for reviews. And maybe most importantly, do not let the tech setup stop you from starting.
A great place to start with content is to just show your process. Seriously, people love seeing how things are made. Short videos of you mixing colors on the palette, or even just a quick tour of your workspace, that stuff builds trust and a real connection. It shows the care that goes into your craft.
Next up, you've got to prove that your product delivers on its promise. A super satisfying clip of a palette wiping perfectly clean, or a quick before and after of a tidy workspace, that is incredibly effective. This isn't just marketing, it's visual proof of that better experience you're selling.
And finally, don't forget the packaging. Showing how carefully you pack each order builds a huge amount of trust. It tells the customer, hey, your purchase is going to arrive safely. And if you show off a gift-ready presentation, you immediately appeal to a whole new group of people looking for that perfect present for the artist in their life.
Whew, okay, we have covered a lot of ground here, from the big idea of what you're really selling all the way to the practical steps of pricing and marketing. Now it's all about turning this plan into reality. So let's look at the simple, smart next step you can take right now.
When you boil it all down, you really have a choice. There's the hard way, where you spend weeks bogged down in technical details and endless design tweaks. Or there's the smart way, where you can have a professional shop launched and ready to make sales in just a few days. Your time is best spent making, not messing with website settings.
A good service is going to be comprehensive, right? It'll include things like the actual store design and build, a domain, hosting, and payment integration. And look for a plan that gives you everything you need without taking a commission on your sales. You earned that money.
So, let's end with this one simple question. You have put in all the work to perfect your craft. Your beautiful palettes are ready for the artists who need them. The only thing left to ask is your shop ready to help you sell them?